Do you consider yourself black or Ethiopian? How do you identify?
Well, black is a concept. It's a made-up construct. It doesn't exist.
Okay.
Because I'm not black. I'm
Right.
brown.
Yes. Let me ask you this question. Do you identify as black or as Ethiopian?
Definitely Ethiopian.
Definitely Ethiopian.
I've never considered myself as a black.
Why Ethiopians don't always call themselves black? So here's the truth. I'm not saying Ethiopians aren't black. I'm saying that many Ethiopians don't identify with the Western definition of black, and that is not the same thing.
They use the color black to categorize us and tell us how to live, how to talk, how to exist.
You see, when most people think of Black Africa, they think of one uniform skin tone. But Africa is a continent of 54 countries, and in the Horn of Africa, Ethiopia, Somalia, Eritrea, the people look different. Their skin is lighter, their hair is thinner, and their facial structure is distinct. And here is the bomb I am dropping today. Genetically, many Ethiopians share more DNA with Middle Easterners than they do with the West Africans. Does that make them not black? Or does it prove that black is a terrible box for describing the human race? Today we are going to unpack the science of skin color, the mystery of Afro-Asiatic language family, and why calling yourself Habesha means something totally different than calling yourself black. Let's go! Let's start with the north. If you look at Libya, Algeria, or Egypt, you'll see people with white to olive skin. And what do they call themselves? Arab, not African. Not black, but Arab. Why? Because thousands of years ago, the Arabian Peninsula migrated culturally and genetically to North Africa. Their language is Semitic. Their religion is Islam. Their identity is tied to the Middle East. But here's the trick. They are living on African soil, but their genetic tree has roots in Asia. Now scroll down the map slightly. The Horn of Africa, right below Egypt. This is where our story gets interesting. Because Ethiopians and Eritreans aren't Arab, but they aren't sub-Saharan in the way Hollywood portrays either. They sit in a genetic and linguistic twilight zone. Here is the evidence most people ignore. Language. Africa has roughly 2,000 languages. They fall into 4 major families. The first one is Niger-Congo. This is the big one. Yoruba, Zulu, Swahili. This covers 85% of Black Africans. The second one is Nilo-Saharan, spoken by groups like the Maasai and Nuer. The third one is Khoisan, and the fourth Afro-Asiatic. Now listen carefully. Most West and Central Africans speak Niger-Congo languages. Their genetics and skin color reflect a long, shared history in the equatorial rainforests. High UV radiation, which is equal to dark skin. But in Ethiopia, the majority of people, Oromo, Amharic, Tigray, Somali, speak Afro-Asiatic languages. And where else is Afro-Asiatic spoken? The Middle East, Hebrew, Arabic, Aramaic. So linguistically, an Ethiopian speaking Amharic, which is a Semitic language, is closer to an Iraqi speaking Arabic than they are to a Ghanaian speaking Twi. Does that make them not an African? No. Does it explain why they look different? Yes. Here is the crucial part. Ethiopia is not one race. It is a country of 120 million people, and they are divided into 3 major genetic blocks. Group A, which are the Afro-Asiatic speakers. These are the Oromo, Amharic, Tigray, Sidama, and Somali. They have slightly light skin, reddish-brown tones, high cheekbones, sometimes wavy hair. Why? Because roughly 3,000 years ago, farmers and herders from the Middle East, carrying a gene called West Eurasian ancestry, came back into Africa and mixed with the local Cushitic people. They are a hybrid population, literally the crossroads of Africa and the Middle East. Group B, which is the Nilotic or Nilo-Saharan speakers. These are groups like the Anuak and Nuer. They have the totally black skin, dark as midnight, tall and lean. Their language family is Nilo-Saharan. Genetically, they look like their cousins in South Sudan. So, when you say Ethiopians are not black, what you really mean is the Habesha or Amhara, like Tigray, and Oromo are a distinct genetic cluster that isn't purely Western African. And you would be right. So, why do Ethiopians themselves reject the black label sometimes? Because black in America is a political color, not a genetic one. In the US, black means you descend from the enslaved West or Central Africans. That history of the Maafa, or the Holocaust of enslavement, created a shared identity. Ethiopia was never colonized. They have their own Orthodox Christian kingdom dating back to the Queen of Sheba. They have their own alphabet, their own calendar, which is 7 years behind the West. When an Ethiopian calls themselves Habesha, they are saying, I am not black by American rules. I am a descendant of Aksum. I am Semitic and Cushitic. I am a Highlander. And here is the nuance you came for. Many Habesha people experience anti-blackness from other Africans because they are lighter. And many dark-skinned Ethiopians, like the Nilo-Saharan groups, complain that their lighter Habesha elites look down on them. So the conversation isn't, are Ethiopians black? It is, why do we force a binary racial system onto a continent that has more genetic diversity than the rest of the planet combined? Let me make this crystal clear so the algorithm doesn't bury me. If an Ethiopian says, I am black, believe them. If an Ethiopian says, I am Habesha, not black, then believe them too. Race is a social lie we use to see patterns. Genetics is the messy, beautiful truth. The point of this video is not to exclude Ethiopians from blackness. It is to expand your definition of Africa. Africa is not just Senegal and Ghana. Africa is also Egypt, which is Arabized, Ethiopia, which is hybrid, and the San people, which is Khoisan. My question to you is, do you think the one-drop rule that anyone with African blood is black works in Africa, or does it raise the identity of people like the Amhara and Oromo? Comment below and be respectful because I read everything. If you learned something, hit that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives. Peace.